Welcome into our next leg of our race around the world here at the Pitstop Pals, part of the Reality Realm Network. My name is Kevin Oliver.
And my name is Bruce Heller. How you doing today, Skippy?
How long did you sit there and think about that?
I thought of it like 2 seconds before I did it. That's why it wasn't executed very well.
I'm doing wonderful. Wish it was a little bit warmer outside right now, but
Yeah, I don't know about you, but here where I am, it is 20 degrees. And it was
and
-1 overnight, so it's getting warmer on the
I
bright.
got 23.
Oh, you're warmer than me. That's okay.
Special
I'm
weather
hotter.
state. Yeah, a little bit, but
It's climbing. That's what's important.
yeah, not the like 7-degree high of yesterday or whatever.
Yeah. Well, we got negatives overnight, so I'm just glad we're well past that.
Absolutely. Give me that 40-degree Christmas day.
If it were up to me, every day of the year would just be 75 degrees. So, but
You
unfortunately,
can't swim in 75 degrees comfortably though.
I mean, you can. It's just
I said
personal.
comfortably. I said comfortably.
I could. It's just personal preference.
I don't think you've swam in 75 degrees.
No, but I'm not opposed to it.
I think you would be if you tried
Why?
because it's colder than you think it is.
Oh well. I stand by what I said. I don't like this, and I don't like when it's like 98 or 100. So 75, 80, somewhere in there every day would be fine with me.
Fair enough. Well, you've chosen to stay in the Midwest, so
Yeah.
that's your cross to bear, I suppose.
Just wait till I end up in Florida someday and you're co-hosting with alligators in the background. Then I'll be
That
complaining about humidity
yeah, probably. Why would you go to Florida?
because it's Florida. Cool weather,
Not
cool animals, beaches, Disney. There's a lot of stuff down there. It just gets
Yeah, and
the
you're rebuilding your
humidity is
house
through the
every
roof
five
is the
years because
only
of a
thing.
damn hurricane.
Well, that's when I come back here during hurricane season.
Okay, your house doesn't come with you.
No, but my parents still live where they live.
Right, but what are you going to do when it's not hurricane season and your house is destroyed?
Well, I live in a bunker underground.
Okay, good luck raising the funds to be able to pull that off.
I just need enough to buy a shovel and a few bags of cement and some rebar, probably. Build your own bunker. What could go wrong?
Okay, so Bruce is going to be buried alive, everybody. Let's
You're
just hold
all
his
are gonna
funeral
find my
next
corpse
week.
10 feet underground in a pile of cement and rebar, basically.
Pretty much, because that's what's going to happen if you try to do that.
Gonna be the Florida bunker version of Rupert's bunker from Survivor.
No, I think his would hold a little bit better.
Yes, because I don't really know what I'm doing working with cement and rebar. I haven't done that before.
Yeah,
I would absolutely live in Florida though, like for real. Hurricane, yeah, but I mean, here in the Midwest, we have tornado season, so like I'm risking a bad storm rake destroying my house either way.
yeah, but the how often that storm actually comes through is not anywhere comparable.
1 second, I'm gonna look this up.
I mean, obviously there's more tornadoes a year in the United States, but they're a lot more spread out into where they go. The odds of one going to Ipava per se
Yeah.
versus a hurricane hitting Orlando are not the same.
Okay. I googled there if Florida would get hit by a hurricane in 2025, or if they did, and they've had five in this
Yeah.
season.
And how many tornadoes have been to Ipava?
I don't know, but I'm I'm counting Ipava and Hazelwood together for the
Okay.
for, just for purposes of having a higher number.
How many have been there this year? One?
I mean, you make a good point. Florida's also a big state, though. If I live in the right part, I may not get one. Like
But
they
you're
don't
talking
get the
about
entire
Disney. I'm
state.
I'm assuming you're going to live near Orlando, which is right in the middle.
I said Disney. I don't know. I have. I don't know. It would be whatever was cheapest. So maybe
There
not.
is no cheap part of Florida.
I didn't say cheap. I said cheapest compared to the other parts.
You're in ministry. You can't afford any part of Florida.
There's churches in Florida.
Yeah,
Just find a church that owns a parsonage, and I'm good.
if you say so.
I'd be roommates with an alligator.
Okay, anyway, I think it's probably about time we talk about the show.
Yeah,
Um,
we have a
we
finale to talk about.
yeah, we're here to talk about the finale of The Amazing Race, season 38, episode 12, 1,000,000 cookies. Bruce, do you know who said that title?
Cookie Monster.
Not on my bingo card for ever. For the title to and would not only would I assume that the title wouldn't come from Phil or a racer, but the fact that the address of the title came from, or the person who lives there came from the address of Sesame Street.
This might have been my favorite part of the finale was everyone's reactions to walking in and Cookie Monster appearing.
Yeah,
Because they were
but
all
yes,
starstruck, and to be honest, I would be too. I would like freak out. That's so cool.
and Oscar the Grouch.
I know Taylor's like, who was it? Taylor's like, oh, it'd be cooler if Oscar was here, but this
Yeah,
is so
Oscar's
cool.
my favorite.
And then Oscar shows up
Yeah.
and then said he and Cookie Monster would run together if Cookie Monster agreed to lose.
Yes.
And
Okay,
then
do you want to do you
goes,
want to tell me what you got for quotes, which is nothing
it's
by the look
nothing
of
because I
things?
was watching this. I started the episode at like 11 o'clock last night, so I was just focused on like taking notes of what was happening. I did remember though. Oscar's my favorite, and then Oscar appears because that was
You
funny.
did.
And Oscar saying, "Let's, I'll do this with you if you agree to lose,"
Yeah.
which is
If
just
you
such an Oscar thing to say because he's kind of
only if you promise to lose. Yeah. Um, so I got from Joseph and Adam, they kind of said it together. We've put our blood, sweat, tears, sugar, everything into this race.
that was great.
Then I can't blame, or I can't believe Adam is on the side of the Empire State Building. My parents are gonna kill me.
That was I knew we would be rappelling down it because my mom told me that my dad, who's afraid of heights, was entertaining to watch and watching that.
Yeah.
And now I get it.
I also got, if you don't mind, leave the trash on the floor. That was Oscar.
I love Oscar so. Can we have more Sesame Street on this show?
That'd be great.
So much good content came from that.
And then, yeah. Hey, Oscar, maybe we could go on The Amazing Race. Only if you promise to lose.
Also, how good was Cookie Monster doing the casting commercial saying the world is waiting for you?
Yeah. And that was all the quotes I had from this episode. And obviously, like you said, the Cookie Monster said, 1,000,000 cookies.
Yeah. The world is waiting for you. He did the little casting commercial with Mr. Phil.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so the race picks up this week with Joseph and Adam and Izzy and Paige racing to the pit stop. And Joseph and Adam get to that place first, but they run all over it looking for Phil and are having some trouble finding him. But ultimately, they still get there first. and become the third team in Izzy and Paige are Team 4 and become eliminated. I stand by what I said. I don't think this was close at all.
Probably not, but they edited it well. They had to edit it like it was to make it interesting.
Yeah. So Izzy and Paige, they become team number 4, the last team not to make the finale. And now it is time for the final leg. We find out that we are going to fly to New York City. And I'm just saying, that's not Europe.
Yeah,
This is
finally.
Amazing Race European Adventure. We're not in Europe. What's happening?
Oh well. You there? Okay.
What?
Oh, nothing. Go ahead.
Anyway, we get $550 for the leg, and all three teams are flying together. Once they get there, they're going to go to the Empire State Building. And my one note before they get to the Empire State Building is Jag and Jazz got a Punjabi Sikh taxi driver, which worked out really well for them comparative to all the taxi misfortunes they had back in
Budapest.
Budapest.
Yeah, this was really cool.
Yeah, they deserve to finally have a little bit of taxi luck going their way. Not that they needed it comparative to um, how well they are as a team compared to everybody else, but
They didn't get the taxi driver who told the team, "Yes, I'll wait for you," and then when they came back out, he was gone. So
to
good.
be fair, I don't know that he actually agreed.
Okay, well, they definitely thought he did.
They basically, because they said something along the lines of, um, if we don't take very long, will you wait for us? And then they ran away.
Okay, that's a fair point. Maybe I was too hard on the taxi driver man, but I was kind of chuckling at that scene, just at how bizarre it was.
Yeah.
But we're not there yet.
Duh, yeah, geez. We're not there yet. Anyway, Empire State Building, they have to rappel from the 103rd floor to the 90th floor of the Empire State Building.
I had
Um,
I had two reactions. The first was, "Oh, Empire State Building." That makes me think of Ted Mosby, who's one of my favorite TV characters. And
yeah,
when they said rappelling down was, "Hell no."
you got to do it.
I know, but that doesn't mean I have to be happy about it.
And neither was Adam, as he is scared to death of heights, as we saw earlier in the season.
That would suck.
Yeah. And then I found it interesting. Once they give you the clue on the 90th floor, they tell you you can't open it until you get to the ground.
Yeah.
Um, and once you get to the ground, you open your clue. Route info says that we're going to Epice's Bakery, where you have to pick up a special packet and take it to Sesame Street.
Yes. They don't know they're taking it to Sesame Street. They just got the building
The
agreement.
actual location that the building's in, or that Sesame Street's building is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just put this Cookie Monster cameo is wild.
I knew we'd be getting one because they posted a clip of Cookie Monster and Phil on Instagram for previewing the finale.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how heavily Cookie Monster would be involved in the episode. That was fantastically done. That I love it so much.
Yeah. And so this package they're delivering is a cookie to the Cookie Monster. And we find out from Jack that he dressed up as the Cookie Monster one year for Halloween.
And we get a picture of it too.
Yeah.
Just fantastic.
And then, like we said before, Oscar pops out of his garbage can
And Jag and
he
Jazz freak out at that also.
and then he has the clue.
Yeah.
And he gives them their clue. Route info to go to Spandex House for your next clue.
Where was Fluffle Snuffagus?
Not there, evidently.
He and Elmo were just off partying somewhere else.
Elmo was probably just taking care of his goldfish.
And no, Elmo's hanging out with Mr. Noodle or Mr. Noodle's brother, Mr. Noodle, one of the two.
Why are we neglecting his goldfish, though?
No, the goldfish is there too, but one of the Mr. Noodles has also got to be there. That's how Elmo's world works. There's
Okay.
always Mr. Noodle.
Elmo. The only song I remember from that show is um Rubber Ducky, you're the one.
That's a good one.
You make bath time so much fun.
I remember the Elmo's World theme song and the Sesame Street theme song, but that might be it.
When I was in high school, we changed out the name Rubber Ducky for one of our friends on the Quiz Bowl team named Willie. We used to call him Little Willie
Nice.
and sang that song to Little Willie.
Nice.
Little Willie, you're the one. You make bath time so much fun. Or Little Willie, joy of joys. When I squeeze you, you make noise.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Um, like you said, I think I think it was maybe Joseph and Adam that the taxi didn't wait for him.
Yeah, they walked into the Sesame Street building. And like you said, they said, "Will you wait for us if it's not too long?" And they thought he said yes. And they come out and he's not there.
And then they had a hard time getting a new taxi, but
Yeah.
they got it. But anyway, when you get to the spandex house, we find out that we have another challenge, another traffic cone, if you will.
It's catching
Do you
on.
want to tell us about it? What do we have to do at the spandex house?
You have to choose an order form with 5 fabric swatches on it that have specific quantities and retrieve 16 bolts of fabric and deliver them across the garment district to a fashion studio outside of the Fashion Institute of Technology, where they give you your next clue.
And you have to use two carts.
Yes.
Um, and it was a 10 block push. Um, and what I noticed here is by the end of it, Jag was pushing 13 of the 16 bolts on his cart.
Yeah.
Jazz had three. Um,
And they were talking about having to maneuver throughout the New York people also.
yeah, and to be fair, Kyland had 14 and Taylor had two, so they kind of did the same thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we saw Jag and Jazz do this, but Kyland and Taylor anyway, their taxi driver was really cool because they told him where they were taking the fabric to, and he met them there.
They had the same taxi driver take them everywhere this episode, didn't they?
So did Jag and Jazz.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah, the Punjabi Sikh one.
That's right. Okay.
But yeah, it was. I just thought that was kind of a smart play on their part. And then Jazz, with his three bolts of fabric, one of them unravels and gets stuck in his wheel.
It's so good.
Somebody said in the Facebook group I'm in, though, I kind of agree. Um, they should have had to take that back and replace that bolt of fabric. That
Maybe.
got kind of ruined.
Yeah.
It's dragging around on the grounds of New York City.
Good point.
Huh?
Good point.
Yeah, I agree with that. I thought of that at one point and then just didn't think of it again. But I think they're probably right. I think that they should have had to go back on that one bolt.
Yeah.
Um, then Adam and Joseph, their strategy and how their fabric was distributed between the two was kind of weird, but kind of worked.
Yeah.
Like the majority of all of them were on Joseph's, but then a lesser side of almost all of them was on the second cart, and they just pushed those two carts together.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's true. That was smart.
Yeah, and then once you get done with that, we have one more route info to go to Surrett Studios. And do you want to talk about what traffic cone they had to do at Surrett Studios?
Yeah, they have to solve a crossword puzzle that like the answers were different things from throughout the race. And once complete, several letters from each answer would be highlighted, which they had to unscramble that would tell them where the finish line will be.
Yeah, I thought this was a rather easy version of the ending challenge.
Yeah,
But we've talked about it. Everything about this season has been an easier version of the Amazing Race.
yeah,
Um, so yeah, there were some things that were confusing people. First strike, last strike. I didn't really get what that was at first. I was talking about um, the express pass and the hazard that were on the first leg with the first strike of the bowling with sleds and the last strike, what was received. Um, but anyway, this was fairly easy, I would say that they got it. They all got it without a whole lot of trouble. And they even unscrambled without a whole lot of trouble. And so we find out that the finish line is Yankee Stadium.
yes.
Uh, and I thought it was really neat here. Jag and Jazz, they gave their Punjabi Sikh taxi driver
All their
almost
money.
$700 as they left. They gave him all the money from this leg, plus they gave him euros too. Any money they previously had.
Yeah, so like he's gonna have there's some work on his end. He'll have to like convert it, but yeah, really large payday tip for him. So
Yeah. And then Jag and Jazz, it's a really large payday for them too because they come in here as the winners of Amazing Race 38. Just like we both had anticipated, Jag and Jazz win, and they and
this was
Jag
the
Baines. What?
Mr. Phil says this was the seventh leg they won, which is just crazy.
Yeah.
Like
And
what a
Jag
performance.
Baines becomes the first person to be a both Big Brother and Amazing Race winner.
And we need him on Survivor now so he can complete the trifecta.
That still would be crazy.
I
We
know
have,
people have been talking about the trifecta forever. Him being the one to do it first would be insane, but objectively hilarious.
I mean, we have people that are so close, right? I mean, we have Amazing Race away for Surrey Fields. That seems like the most locked way for this to happen. We got a Big Brother house visit away for Boston Rob.
I
We
don't
got
see
a
that happening.
unless it's like Celebrity Big Brother, which is dead. Um,
We're Survivor away for Jag though, and he'd absolutely do it.
we're a Survivor away for Rachel Riley.
Yeah, that's
We're a Survivor away from Brittany Haynes.
that's why it would be so funny to me if Jag did it because these are all like CBS reality legends we're talking about, and then
We're
there's
a big we're a Big Brother away from Rupert.
I take that back. That's what I want to happen now. Sorry, Jag. He'd be terrible in the Big Brother house, but
And somehow we're an Amazing Race away from Caleb Reynolds.
hmm, Hayden Moss too.
Yeah, we're a Big Brother. Yeah, Hayden Moss too. We're a Big Brother away from Laura Bonham. We're a Big Brother away from Brett LaBelle or Chris Hammonds.
Gosh,
We're a Big Brother away from Whitney Duncan.
yeah, it's it's gonna happen one day. It's just a matter of who.
And actually, we're a survivor now away from Jack Baines, Tucker De Laurentiis, uh, Kylan Young, Taylor Hale, Natalie Negretti,
Read the whole cast.
Izzy Gleicher, Joseph Abden, Rubina, whatever her last name was, Chelsea Baham, uh, Hannah, whatever her last name was, Matt Turner, Kat Dunn, Angela Murray, and frickin' Enzo. Enzo is a survivor away from being the trifecta winner.
I love
Not
it
winner,
so
but
much.
trifecta recipient.
Yeah.
I
Also,
don't love that Enzo is so close.
we're a big brother away for our Corinne and Eliza also.
Also, Ethan Zahn and Jenna Maraska.
True. All this to say, most of the people that get talked about with the trifecta are just absolute CBS reality legends. So,
I
which is,
would argue
and then
Jag Baines
Jag.
is
And
Jack Baines is a CBS legend, not in the same way that Sharif Fields might be, but wait 10 years and we might be talking
but
different.
I mean, yes, but when the conversation is like Rob, Sari, Rachel, Brittany Haynes, Jag's not on that level. So it'd be hilarious to me if he was the one that did it.
But give him some time.
Yeah.
I mean, he has better careers in reality TV than Rachel Riley or Brittany Haynes. They've just been around a long time.
I mean, Rachel's also won. So I'd say they're at least equal.
She didn't win the Amazing Race.
No, she won Big Brother without getting voted out.
She did do that.
And that's not a shot at Jag. That's just the way his season went. But that did happen. So
It did.
either way, I'm convinced the trifecta is going to happen at some point. I just don't know who it's going to be.
Any bet other than like I mean, I think your safest bet is still Sharif Fields going on the Amazing Race.
I think we've got a good shot with Jag. He seems to want to do it.
Has Jag ever spoke about wanting to do Survivor?
I
I
feel
have
like I
not
read
heard that.
that somewhere. I don't
I've
know.
never heard it, but that doesn't mean
Either way, he seems like he'd want to do it. Speculation.
Kyland and Taylor, they come in second. Uh, they refound their friendship while being on this race.
They did.
They lost their friendship in their dating. And I don't know, this moment seemed really weird to me. I'll take your thoughts here, but it really seemed like Taylor was really like, yeah, we're really good friends. And it seemed like Kylan was like, we're in love. It seemed like I was getting two very different vibes.
Yeah, it definitely felt like I ended. I didn't write it down. I should have, but the thought in my head was, so are you dating going forward or not?
Hmm.
Because they both said like, yeah, we really discovered how well we fit together. We had lost that in the attempts at dating. But then Kylan says something about like seeing what we can build this into. I'm like, okay, what's happening?
It really seemed like they were on two different wavelengths.
Yeah, which I think from what they've said was always part of the problem. They weren't ever on the same page.
Yeah,
So I don't know that that problem got fixed.
I don't think so either, and I don't think that's a good reason to go on the Amazing Race. Like I've said before,
And I don't know if
i.e., Ron and Kelly,
I don't know that they're together currently.
they're not.
So the answer to my question was no, even if it wasn't immediate. So I
Well,
love.
your question was, are you still together in terms of what they're talking about? The answer could have been yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The answer became no. It just might not have been no immediately in that moment.
Correct.
Honestly, if I had asked them that there, they probably wouldn't have known the answer. But which is fair.
Hey,
but
I just realized you're not at the finale.
I took a picture of it on my phone. I forgot to airdrop it to my computer.
Jeez.
I This is actually a virtual background of my office.
Oh, you wanted us to believe you were at your office.
Yeah, just
Well, anyway, Adam and Joseph finish in third. Womp womp.
sad, but awesome that they made it there.
Yeah, they overcame a lot this season. Whoa! You're actually at Yankee Stadium and you
I
got
turned my
all of the cast to come back?
they've all just been standing there like that the whole time. And sorry guys, I forgot to turn the virtual background of my office off until now. But they've
Wait,
been
I'm
standing
confused. If
completely
they've
still
been
like that the whole time we've been recording.
I do want to mention that congrats to Izzy and Paige, who are now married.
Nice. I did not know that.
Yeah. Yeah, they just recently got married. Let
So
me
of the two shows you and I are covering right now, we've got
uh-huh.
one that was married while filming and now isn't, and one that wasn't married while filming and now is.
Yeah, exactly.
So the number of married couples in the world, as far as our shows are concerned, has remained the same. Either way, good for Izzy and Paige.
This is wild. Okay. Hang on.
What's up?
I know they actually got married, but freaking freaking Izzy.
What?
Um,
This is the part of the show audience where Kevin just looks at his phone and laughs and doesn't explain what's happening.
yeah, so I'm looking at this freaking let me see if I can show you. This is very
Interesting.
much photoshopped.
That's funny.
That's what I'm laughing at is this photoshopped Izzy and Paige on a bride and groom with Brandon Donlan's head on the minister. But I'm very confident that Izzy and Paige got married. Yes, in a surprise courthouse ceremony on December 3rd.
Nice. Well, good for them.
They initially used photoshopped images of themselves onto other celebrities' wedding pictures, but confirmed their marriage certificate was real. That was Gabby Wendy's wedding picture that they photoshopped their heads onto that I just showed you.
Yeah, that's kind of on brand. That doesn't surprise me.
That's so funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So congratulations to Izzy and Paige. Um, we wish you happiness and further uh, TV screen time for us.
Yeah,
At least that's my wish. I don't know about Bruce's, but
I could go
that
along with that.
that being said, we have two rankings to do as we finish every season this way. A power ranking and a likability. Which one do you want to do first, Bruce?
Power.
Power. Perfect. That's what I
I
got
was
pulled up
doing eeny,
actually.
meeny, miny, mo in my head.
I could tell. All right, Bruce. So we got 13 teams to discuss here. And it is power ranking time. Who do you place at the 13th position?
I mean, it's got to be Enzo and Jack, doesn't it?
That's what I did. Yeah.
They went home first, so we got the least of them, but I mean, and this isn't because of Enzo's other show. They never really got going in that premiere episode.
Well, it didn't help that they had that hazard.
Yeah, they had to eat the fish, but they took forever on the fish also.
The fish wasn't their problem. They did not take forever on the fish. It was the
Oh,
bike they had to
Enzo
ride.
liked the fish. Never mind. They
It
took
was
forever
the
on something.
it was the bike that they had to ride after the fish
That's right.
with the sidecar.
I still don't know how Enzo liked eating the fish,
Me
but
either. With the sidecar that was in front, I should say.
so a front car.
Yeah, but that would be hard to think about without explaining.
Yeah.
I also had Enzo and Jack here. They just aren't good, in my opinion.
And we only have one episode to go off of, too.
Right, but that hasn't stopped us from uh, being high on other
For
first dudes from the show.
likability, yes. With our last rewatch, I put the first place team at the top of my likability rankings. But with
Yeah,
power, when you're basing it off of performance and
I
you
still
only
don't
have
think
one
that
episode to go off of,
I still don't think that I had them at the last place last time. The
I don't know if I had them in last, but it wouldn't have been much higher.
No, I agree.
It's
All
way
right,
easier to put someone above their to put a first boot high in likability is way easier than to do it in power.
I agree. Who do you have in 12?
Um, so there's a couple teams that finish behind them, but I'm gonna go with Cat and Alex here.
Interesting.
They were eliminated fourth, but I don't know. From what I remember, they were kind of always struggling. They were like always second to last for a little while, or they just never really got a rhythm going.
My number 12 team was Angela and Lexi.
Okay, that's next.
I They were the next boot, but I also would have never been impressed with Angela's performance at any place. I almost put them in 13th over 12th.
I was not impressed by her performance, but as I'll mention in the other ones, they had her and her daughter had a really funny dynamic.
Yeah, I really like her daughter. I really don't
Especially in
like
the
her.
cab ride where Angela's like, "Oh, that guy's too old for you," and Lexi's like,
Oh,
no."
he's not. Yeah.
We got a little age gap talk there that I wasn't expecting. So
Uh-huh. Who do you have at 11?
Angela and Lexi,
Angela and Lexi. I have Kat and Alex here.
yeah.
Um, do you want to elaborate or
I mean, we kind of both talked about Angela and Lexi there. They had a fun dynamic. The performance just never amounted to anything.
that's fair. I have Kat and Alex here. Um I don't think that any of the teams ahead of them were worse than them. I don't think that um I don't think that Kat was good at this game, and I don't think Alex was good at this game even worse. So
Yeah, and they
who do you have
weren't
at
fun to
10?
watch either.
No. Who do you have at 10?
I have Matt and Megan.
Me too.
I know, like I kind of said this with Kat and Alex, but I actually remember this with Matt and Megan a lot more. That every time, every leg they ran, they did just enough to be second to last.
Yeah.
They weren't good. They just found a way to be slightly less bad than whoever finished last each leg.
And it's a shame because I do think that Matt and Megan had the potential to be better.
We were both
And
really high on them based on her job coming from the cast analysis, too.
I was not high on them based on her job.
We both were positive on them and thought they would do well.
I was high on them. It was not based on her job, is what I'm saying.
Well, I just remember us talking about her job, is why I said that. But we were both high on them for
I
sure.
was high on them because of Turner's performance on Big Brother 24.
Oh, well, Matt and Megan were fun. I wish they would have been around longer, but the performance wise just wasn't there. They barely scraped by every time they did until they didn't.
Totally agree. Who do you got at 9?
At 9, this is I'm gonna go Hannah and Simone here.
Me too. See, this is the last one where I think we're going to a line, and then I think the wheels might fall off here. But
The thing with power ranking the whole cast is that early on, you just because of how much content you get from each team, it's really simple to just go in elimination order or flip a few here and there from elimination orders.
right, well, it was hard for me to put Hannah and Simone any higher because of the simple fact of they were like the purple team of the season.
Yeah,
So how good or how bad they were is really hard to judge.
that's true.
Do you have anything to say on them?
Not really.
Okay.
We didn't get much content for me to talk about.
Who do you got at 8?
8. This is where things get interesting
Yeah.
because the next team that went home was Rubina and Christine. But I'm going to go with a team that lasted a bit longer, and I'm going to go with Jack and Chelsea here. And you're making a face, and I feel like it's because I'm putting them way lower than they finished. The fact that they got lost multiple times every episode is what puts them here for me.
I'm not making that face for that reason.
Oh, well, that's normally why. Normally, when you make that face, it's because you don't like what I'm saying.
No, it's because I really thought that the wheels were going to fall off here, and I had Jack and Chelsea at 8 number 8 as well.
They made it a lot farther than some of the teams ahead of them in these power rankings, but I don't know how.
I
Given their
agree.
navigation skills, they were probably lucky to make it as far as they did.
And in the latter part of the game, they were the team that barely scraped by every week.
Yeah,
Um, they they were fun to watch, and I love them as a team. They just I don't think that as a racing team that they were better than any of the teams that I have above them.
yeah, I'd agree.
Okay, who do you have at 7? Sounds like you got the same one as me there too.
At 7, this is where I'm gonna go Rubina and Christine.
Yep, me too.
Like they I have them one spot above where they actually finished, but I can't
Yeah,
put
I
them
mean,
higher than any of the other 6 teams.
yeah, I thought they were right here in the middle of the pack. That was, I mean, that's how they've kind of played the whole season. And
They were really fun though.
yeah, they were. But that's not what we're
Yeah.
analyzing right now.
Also, one of the more surprising moments of the season when they got eliminated and Phil said, "Who are you rooting for?"
And they didn't say Tucker and
And
Eric.
Rubina's answer was not her boyfriend at the time.
Yeah. Who do you have at 6? This might be where the wheels fall off. I don't know.
I'm gonna go Natalie and Steph here, and I think they had potential to be higher, but they went home 7th. So
Okay. I was right. The wheels are falling off. I have Joseph and Adam here.
that's fair.
I don't think that any of the 5 teams I have above them are worse of a team. And that's not because Adam and Joseph have really high highs. They also have really low lows, and they are super inconsistent, and they've been that way all season long.
Yeah, they were my
And
next one.
they're your 5.
Yeah, and I was kind of going back and forth between them and Natalie and Steph, and I used finishing placement as the tiebreaker.
Fair. I got Izzy and Paige at 5.
Interesting.
I
I have
think,
them higher than you do. That might be the shock of the episode.
yeah, no kidding. I think they're really good. I really like what they did this season. I don't think that they're better than the 4 teams above them. I think that they maybe ran a better race than Natalie and Stephanie. But if we're looking at overall, I don't think I think Natalie and Stephanie um, were a finale team that fell to one challenge, just like Tucker and Eric.
Yeah.
Who do you have at 4?
I have Izzy and Paige at 4. They there was like you said with Joseph and Adam, we had some high highs, we had some low lows. We had a couple weeks in a row there where they were doing it didn't feel like they were barely scraping by. They finished comfortably ahead of the team behind them. But a few times in a row they were second to last. and that averages out to about fourth place, which is where they finished. So
And I have Natalie and Stephanie here.
yeah, I like that.
I think that they were the fourth best team. I think that, like I said, they fell victim to uh, one rough challenge.
Yeah,
And one bad day on this race can be the difference between first place and seventh.
yeah.
So, that's what it came down to. Who do you got at three?
At three, I have Kyland and Taylor.
I think we're going to align here at the top
I
three.
mean, this has to be the order of the top three, I think.
Yeah, I have Kylan and Taylor as well. Uh, though they finished second, I just don't think that
They're not better than Tucker and Eric
they're
Forsyth.
not better in any way than Tucker and Eric. Who I have as two, I assume you do as well.
Yeah,
And Jag and Jazz are our number one team here.
yeah,
Yeah. I don't think that there's any disputing those top three spots. Now to the likability ranking, this could be where a lot of things are different.
yeah.
Are you ready for that one?
I am.
All right, who do you have at 13th?
Kat and Alex. I did not enjoy watching her cry every episode.
Okay, so we're starting off aligned.
Woohoo!
Cat and Alex were my number 13 team. I hate Cat.
Hate's a
I was
strong word,
very
but I did not enjoy watching her.
I was very
Right.
vocal all season about how annoying she was to me.
I'm gonna start like finding a reason to cry every episode we record now.
I will quit.
Well, now I'm definitely gonna do it.
Wow, you want me to quit?
No, I'm joking.
You hear to hear first, folks. Bruce does not like me.
Well, they knew that already. That goes both ways. But yeah, they're just not fun to watch.
No. I mean, I genuinely didn't mind Alex. Like
Yeah,
he had some funny moments, but
I felt
Cat
bad for him
ruined
that
it.
he had to deal with like calming her down from her breakdown every episode.
Cat ruined it. Who do you have
Yeah,
at 12?
this is hard because there was really the only one team I actively didn't like.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, we just barely got anything from them. They don't show up in the edit much. I'm gonna go Hannah and Simone here
Okay.
because I don't have an opinion. They CBS kind of made them invisible.
So I did Jack and Enzo here
Uh,
because
yeah,
I don't like Enzo.
I didn't mind him on this show.
I didn't mind him on this show. I hold a vendetta because of what he did to my girl Desi.
I put him next. If I was taking the Challenge USA into account, he would have been 12th or 13th. But he made me laugh in the one episode he was on because he said he liked eating the slimy fish. So,
Right. Well, the simple fact of the matter is this is likability, so I am gonna bring my biases in,
oh,
and because that affects how I like them, like how I
yeah.
feel about them. And I I absolutely love Desi Williams. So therefore, I will always have a vendetta against Enzo.
Any chance I can get you to eat a slimy fish on air recording this show?
No, the only way I'm eating a slimy fish is if I'm on the Amazing Race and I have to.
Darn. Worth a shot. I don't know where I'd get one to be honest, but
Number 11 for me was Angela and Lexi. Once again, my bias has come forward. I can't stand Angela Murray.
yeah,
And I really liked Alexi, but I can't stand Angela Murray at all.
yeah.
So she can kick rocks at 11th place here.
And
Who's your 10?
my 10, I don't have the bias you do. I'm going to put Angela and Lexi here because we just didn't get as much content from them. But I thought
Yeah,
their dynamic with each other was hysterical.
that's
Like
fair.
I mentioned that cab ride scene. I Lexi calls Angela a helicopter mom at some point. Just the way they interact with each other is funny, but we got 2 episodes of it, so I can't really put them much higher.
So this is going to be a weird one. My number 10 is Tucker and Eric.
Interesting.
Um, I don't love Tucker and Eric. I never Tucker was never my rooting interest on Big Brother. I knew he was going to be good at this show. I don't know. He's just a little arrogant for me,
Yeah.
and he finds himself at 10th place here. Who's your nine?
My 9. This will be another weird one. And I really like one of these two people, so I feel weird putting them this low. I'm going Kyland and Taylor here. She complains a lot.
I support that. I support that.
Not just she complains a lot. Though, like, I was also very soured by her antics at the double U-turn of the whole speech about how hard it is to be a woman in this game, and then turning around and voting for Izzy and Paige.
Bro, you literally like I went hard on that and you were like, that's not that big a deal.
No, it
On air.
annoyed me too. We just didn't both need to go hard on it. You had already said a lot of what I was thinking.
But you
But
didn't even say, yeah, I agree with you. You were like, I don't think it's that big a deal.
I the speech itself annoyed me more than the vote did, but I was soured by the whole thing of it.
Well,
But
next time make that known because that I went away that day thinking that you didn't care about that at all.
I mean, the point they made was correct. The vote was hypocritical, but the speech was what annoyed me more than anything. But
Once again, I left that day. I didn't even think that any of it bothered you
uh,
because you went, meh.
she just complains a lot, and I don't. She has likable moments too. I don't want to sit here and just take shots, but we
I'll
are
sit here
doing
and
a
take
rank
shots.
lane here.
Taylor freaking Hale was the biggest hypocrite of the season. I got no problem saying that.
I just don't like listening to people complain.
It's the same vibes I get from Taylor Hale, the Big Brother 24 winner. Like when she was playing Big Brother, she also always tried to make herself to be the victim.
Yeah,
And she's doing it again here. Do I like her as a person? Do I like listening to most of what she has to say? I loved when she did Big Brother Unlocked with Derek uh,
yeah.
this Big Brother season. I think that she makes some fun takes online and stuff like that. But this is the second reality show I've watched her compete in, and the second time that I've seen this where she just makes herself out to be a victim all the
Okay,
time.
so let me ask you this because I didn't see this season, but I've heard and read that she was getting bullied for part of that season. So is that accurate or is that her narrative?
Depends on who you talk to, or it depends on your perspective. You could say she was getting bullied. I don't watch the live, so I don't know everything that happened. From what I saw,
Yeah. I know
somewhere in
there's
the
this guy,
middle.
I think his name is Daniel or something. I know there's a guy a lot of people don't like because of how he was towards her. So that must be live feed stuff then.
I don't like Daniel, but it wasn't necessarily because of Taylor stuff.
Oh. I
But
have not heard or read of anyone that likes that guy.
yeah, Taylor started playing the victim episode one. So,
Okay.
uh, yeah, it
If the army of her fans that absolutely exists catches a hold of this episode, our ratings may drop. But oh well.
I don't think our ratings are going to drop.
No, they won't because we really don't have a ton of ratings anyway. But
That's what I'm saying.
but
Actually,
if
our ratings would
Taylor Army,
skyrocket.
if the
Actually,
Taylor
if
Army catches a hold of this,
our ratings would skyrocket.
yeah, they would just hate us.
Yeah.
Or you do. You're going a lot harder than I am, even though you have them higher, but than me. But I like him. I liked him on this show, and separately, I liked him on the challenge. So
Yes. And I'm hearing rumors that he's coming back for 42.
I just get tired of listening to complaining. Like, even in real life with friends and family, like, I just get tired of listening to it.
Hmm. My number nine is Hannah and Simone, by the way.
Nice.
Um,
I
yeah,
like them.
I liked them. I
They
just
taught
wish
them
we had
rhythm.
more from them.
Yeah.
Yes. Who do you have at eight?
Before that, I will say, I maybe put Hannah and Simone too low at second to last. I had nothing. I had no memories of them. Like the Angela and Lexi, I at least had memories of things that made me smile or laugh.
Yeah,
So if we had gotten any actual content from Hannah and Simone, they would have been higher on my list.
yeah. Who do you have at eight?
This is gonna be Matt and Megan. Again, I like them a lot. There's fun things with them. They have a cool relationship. They went home early enough to where the other teams I have more memories of them.
I have Kylan and Taylor at eight.
Okay.
I thought that was going to be a hot take on my part, and then you put them at nine. So,
Again, they had some really cool moments. I just get tired of listening to the complaining every episode.
and
They
I
did all
was
the
going to
work.
go off
So
at eight. I was going to go off on Taylor's hypocrite stuff, and then you brought it up at nine. So I just
yeah,
everything I had to say, I already said.
yeah. I sorry, Taylor. I mean, you seem nice also. So
She's
I'm not
chill.
blaming you.
Like as a human being, she's fine. When she plays these games, I just don't like how she does it.
Not to mention the and Jag and Jazz did this too, but you mentioned the bolts of fabric, how Kylan did a lot more. That was not a rare occurrence. There was also the he was doing all the paddling on the one boat, and I feel like there was a third one where he did 90% of the work in a challenge.
Right.
So, which is a strategy. It worked well for them. So I
Yeah,
guess
they got
I'm
second
gonna be
place.
saying that's a negative.
Who do you have at seven?
At number 7, this is a team I actually didn't think I would enjoy after the premiere and actually thought they were fun. This is Izzy and Paige. I enjoyed watching them.
Yeah,
They were really fun.
yeah, I really like Izzy and Paige. I'm gonna save my comments for when I have Izzy and Paige.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
probably good.
Number seven, I have Matt and Megan here.
You called him Matt. Wow.
I know, because that's what I have written down, and that's what you said. Fine. I had Turner and Megan, which is what his name is, and what his name is always going to be in my memory and in every other way. I love Turner on season 24 of Big Brother. I would have loved to see him have
Technically,
won
they're
that show.
both what his name actually is. People have two names. I'm not sure if you're aware of that or not.
Shut up. Um,
What's that?
exactly. Um, they were fun. I loved their fit. Um,
yeah. I like his hair.
I just really wish that they would have gone further and I could have put them further up.
If my hair
But
grew down instead of just growing out in the same shape, I would absolutely try to grow long hair.
I'm glad you don't.
But yeah, my hair just keeps, and it's a mess right now because I've had my hood on all morning. My hair just keeps the same shape and grows out.
I'm glad that you don't.
Yeah.
I
So
don't think I don't no offense, but I don't think that the long flowy locks would suit you.
we'll never know. Maybe it would, maybe it wouldn't. I'd want to try it at least once. I in eighth grade, I grew my hair out for a while like this, and I'll have to send you a picture. It kind of looked awful, but the one
uh
hairstyle I've had, I will always stand by that looked good. And my mom disagreed with me as for a little while in like elementary school or early middle school, I had this like hair glue stuff, and I would like fully like slick my hair straight back like this, and so I liked that, but I can't pull that off now.
Who do you have at 6?
Six. This is going to be. Let me find my list. I haven't said them yet. So this is going to be Christine and Rubina.
And this is the first time that we agree since number 13.
And we're getting into a stretch here. I feel like this probably started last round where we all have just really fun teams to watch. There's only one team I actively didn't like, but we're getting into the teams that like I just love watching at this point.
Yeah, Christine and Rubina were really fun to me. And I really loved like their vibe together and the fact that they were like, they when they get to the mat, they'd be like, "Hey Phil, Orange, you glad to see us?" Because they were the orange team.
Yeah,
And like they were just like they had so much energy and I loved watching them.
yeah. They were fantastic.
I also have heard rumors that Rubina is going to be on 42 of the challenge
Oh, nice.
and Tucker. So
I heard Keanu or read Keanu.
is that recent?
I read it on Twitter last night, so take it
Oh,
with a grain of salt.
fair enough.
I put no stock into online casting rumors. So
A lot of times they're right though.
there was also a bunch of people that thought Amanda Kimmel was in consideration for Survivor 50 when there's a reason she's been off the face of the map forever.
I
So
think she was in consideration.
I'm not convinced. But at least I don't have proof that convinces me. But Twitter's Twitter. Like, don't take it as fact.
Go talk to Martin Holmes and then come back to me.
Maybe. Maybe I'm wrong.
He
I
he
don't
knows
take
everything.
I don't take casting rumors I read on Twitter very seriously. I kind of just shrug and think, "Oh, that'd be cool," or "Oh, I hope not." I don't take it as, "Oh, that's going to happen."
No, I don't take it as oh it's going to happen, but I think that there's definitely more stock in it than you give it credit for.
Yeah.
All right, who do you have at 5?
Number 5. This is this is going to be Tucker and Eric.
Okay.
They were fun. I liked them. They were also kind of vanilla. We just
Yeah, I mean, I see that a lot from like the uh I would listen off and on to some Amazing Race recaps and stuff. Mike Bloom and Jessica Leese over Rob's podcast are are Amazing Race correspondents, and a lot of what they would say had to do with like I feel like I know a lot about everybody left except for Eric. Eric never really got a whole lot of personal content like everybody else did.
yeah, I'd agree with you.
Um, I had Jack and Chelsea at 5.
That's my 4.
Um, they were a whole lot of fun. Jack was hilarious,
Yeah.
and I really enjoyed watching them. They were your 4?
Yeah, they were fun. Jack is awesome. The parent kid dynamic is really fun to watch here. They
I
give us
had
content to talk about
Jack.
with their navigation skills.
Yeah,
The
for
navigation
sure.
skills somehow worked against them in one ranking and worked for them in the other. That's kind of impressive.
Yeah, I have Jag and Jazz at 4.
I have them at 3. That's funny.
Yeah, I think they're really fun. I just like other teams better.
Yeah.
Your final two are who I expected your final two to be, by the
Yeah,
way.
but the order might not be what you expect.
We'll see. I have Nat and Steph at 3, by the way.
Okay.
Um, I really like them, and uh, After episode one, they were my favorite team. Um, I just got a couple other teams that, in my opinion, over the course of the season, rose to the task.
Yeah.
Who do you have it to?
I have Natalie and Stephanie at two. I like them a lot. They were fun. I liked her on her challenge seasons. So I wish they had stayed around longer.
And I have Joseph and Adam at two.
I have Joseph and Adam at one. They were hilarious.
They were definitely the comic relief of the season. And they were a great two. My number one is Izzy and Paige.
Nice.
I assume that probably wasn't very shocking for you.
Not really.
But I love Izzy and Paige. I love um them together. I think they're hilarious. I think that they ran this race really cool. It was really cool to watch a team who if we're matching them up against everybody else, we got Jag and Jazz who are these beasts. We have Kylan and Taylor who are both. I mean, Taylor Hale was the winner of Amazing Race of Big Brother 24. Kyland is a ridiculously Kyland's a cyborg basically. Joseph and Adam both pretty fit, funny guys or whatever. Then we have Izzy and Paige, the unlikely, right? We have this um, a couple of nerdy folks. One's professional flutist, the other's a professional lighting designer, and neither one of them look like they are in the realm of being able to compete with these other three teams, and yet they hung with them the whole time. And I absolutely loved their story. I absolutely loved what they stood for. I absolutely loved um, who they were as a team.
Yeah. Very much fun.
I do want to mention we did a draft at the beginning of the season.
Or do we have to mention this?
I won.
Yeah, by a lot.
Well, I didn't keep track over the course of but I had the winner.
You
This
had the
was,
winner, and most of my teams went home early, and most of your teams didn't. So
but you had more teams in the finale than I did.
that's crazy. Considering I lost like the first three or four teams in a row, that's wild.
Well, Enzo, the audience lost the first team,
Oh,
Enzo, and
yeah,
then you lost Angela and Lexi, Kat and Alex, Matt and Megan,
yeah.
all in a row.
And I somehow had more teams in the finale. That's insane.
And then I lost Hannah and Simone. That was my first loss of the season. And then you lost Christine and Rubina. And then I lost Natalie and Steph. And then I lost Tucker and Eric. And then I lost Jack and Chelsea. And then I lost Izzy and Paige. But it was because it was like 2-5 at one point.
Yeah,
When we got down to the final seven, it was two of your teams and five of mine.
yeah,
It was crazy.
yeah, it is.
Just saying, you had two opportunities to pick Jag and Jazz.
Uh-huh.
And you didn't. But this was a fun season. What'd you think overall, Bruce? Season 38 of The Amazing Race.
It was a lot of fun. I hope we go back to like not dumbed down challenges next season. That's my only thing.
And not only Europe.
Honestly, I didn't mind that as much as I thought I would. I still would prefer to not do that, but I didn't hate it
Well,
the way I thought I would.
it was fine for one season, but we can't just do that forever. We're going the same places all the time.
Yeah,
Um, the things I want to see, not dumb down challenges, not just Europe. I want to see them fix the live double U-turn.
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking. Okay. Um, but it was a fun season overall, and congratulations to Jag and Jazz on the win. Well deserved.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to say?
I do not.
All right. So with all of that being said, go check out all of our other Reality Realm content. You can check out Tribal Council Chat, where we just dropped an episode with yours truly as a guest host, along with AJ, Bruce's friend. Um, that dropped on Saturday. Check out Roundtable Talk, where we're getting close to the end of Traders Canada.
Yep.
Check out soon New Generation Challenge podcast, where they're going to be covering the whole challenge and the whole challenge reunion, or the whole challenge finale, the whole challenge reunion. And check out all of our social medias at Facebook or Instagram. You can find us on TikTok or YouTube at Reality Realm Podcast Network. Hit the like, subscribe, follow, whatever any of those platforms ask you to do. And also make sure to check out our Redbubble merch store and buy pictures or buy things with our face on them. Um, and with all of that being said, the world's waiting for you, my friends. Good luck
Travel safe.
and go.